Hello, I'm Miss Angela, and I will be reading to you today. Welcome back. I know we've been away for a long time, but we're back. And what I'd like to do is start with Pete the Cat's Groovy Guide to Life. We'll be reading some of these advice that Pete the Cat gives every once in a while. And let's start off with a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt, the wife of one of the presidents, President Theodore Roosevelt, president in the country, the United States of America. You must do the things you think you cannot do. And Pete the Cat's response is, nothing is impossible. And so why am I starting off with this before our story, a D.C., that's District of Columbia, Divas Football Story. And this story is inspired by a real-life woman football player. Her name is Lois Cook. And Lois and her dad would practice football in the park. It's my favorite thing to do, Lois said, but today we're not going to the park. That's because today I have my first real football practice with a real football team that plays on a real football field. So again, a DC Divas football story. This is my football. My dad and I like to practice with it in the park. It's my favorite thing to do. He teaches me about throwing and catching and running. We always have the best time. But today, we're not going to the park. That's because today I have my first real football practice with a real football team that plays on a real football field. Am I going to like playing on a real football team, Dad? I think so, Lois. The team gives everyone real football equipment to wear so we don't get hurt. Wow, stripes. These feel squishy. Hold still, Jaden. Real football players wear real football pants with lots of pads in them. Look at my muscles. Me too. And shoulder pads. I can't hear the wind coming through the holes in my helmet. I'm sorry, yes, I can hear. But my favorite thing is the helmet, just like real football players wear. It's burgundy and gold. That's because our team is called the Little Divas. Me too. Our coach is really nice. He's tall. He also knows how to whistle really loud with just his mouth. not a whistle. Coach tells us to jog all the way around the football field to warm up. Jogging is like running, only you don't try your hardest. Next, we make a big circle around Coach, and he shows us how to stretch our muscles. Okay, girls, try to touch your toes. Lois, I lost my shoe. Here it is, Jaden. My arms are too short. There is a lot we have to learn to get ready for our first real football game. Coach teaches us how to hold a football with two hands so we don't lose it when we run. When that happens, it's called a fumble. So what is a fumble? We learn the right way to throw and catch the football. We learn how to block. And we learn how to tackle. And that we all get a drink of water. The coach says it's time to scrimmage. A scrimmage is a practice football game where you don't have to keep score. So what is a scrimmage again? In the scrimmage, sometimes I get to tackle. Sometimes I get to block. And sometimes I get to carry the ball. Touchdown. At the end of practice, Coach says now that we're on a real football team. We need to eat healthy foods and get plenty of sleep. That's what real football players do. And I'm a real football player. Lois, I lost my shoe again. I found it. I think I'm going to like playing on a real football team, but I still want to keep practicing with my dad. Did you have fun, Lois? Yes. It was the best real football practice ever. Because now there are a lot of things I have to teach him. Always hold the ball with two hands so you don't fumble. Like this. So, girl power book. And you know from other videos how I like to color. And here we go. Girl power pictures that I've colored. Can you guess my favorite NFL football team? Whoop, whoop. See you next time.